Here I'm going to show you a quick demonstration of syncing data through the Informatica Secure Agent up to the Informatica Cloud, then over to Salesforce. It's a simple CSV that's a sync, but you can see where it could be used to connect to databases and other things to get them over to your Salesforce instance. Here I'm putting a little bit of emphasis on speed, so I'm going to jump right into it. As you can see here, I have two different, I'm logged into two different SaaS environments. I got my Salesforce on the left, and I've got Informatica running in a VM on my right. I'm going to go ahead and run to setup and add a quick application really quick in Salesforce. I'm going to call my app provider, label it provider, and give it a plural of providers. Once that app is created, I should be able to go into the app and view the custom objects that it generated. And here they are. Then I'll go into my provider custom object. I'm going to do one thing here. I'm going to extend it to have the NPI from the provider file in the custom object. So I'm going to make that a text file. If I find it next, I'm going to call this NPI, and I'm going to give it a length of about 10. And I'm going to continue through this, and go ahead and save it. Now next, that's really all I have to do in Salesforce to set up my app for this demonstration. What I do have to do is go get my credentials so that Informatica can sync over. Go into settings, I'll go into personal up here, go into reset my security token. I'll set my token. I should receive an email fairly quickly, which I did. Token has been delivered. On my clipboard, and I'm done with Salesforce. Now I'm going to head over to Informatica, and I'm going to download the secure agent really quick. Where is it? There it is. It's kind of a big download. It's about 150 meg, but I'm going to let that ride while I go ahead and connect Salesforce to Informatica. I'll do that here. I'll call it Salesforce. Description, CRM. This type is in the drop-down box Salesforce. I will give it my username and password from my Salesforce instance. There it is, and then I'm going to put in my security token that's on my clipboard, and I will test this configuration to see if it connects, and it does. So I got one of my connections done. I didn't beat the download there, but I want to get going, so I went ahead and had the secure agent. I'm going to go ahead and install this. It's probably the longest part of the video getting this thing going, but it's still pretty painless. Just follow the prompts. Go next, install it. While we're installing that, I want to show you on our file system that we have a folder of C providers with a file in it. This is Secure Agent's done. It's got two doctors in it. We got Dwight Gooden and Andre Young in it. These ones here are what we're going to be syncing over to Informatica in the provider object. It's like the agent's ready, so I'll give it my credentials to the Informatica Cloud. And I will register it. It's going to go out and start up. This takes a little bit. I think I have it at about 10 seconds here, but it's fairly painless. We go into our secured agents, and you can see the status of it. Right now it's inactive because the agent is still starting. Throw that away there. So we'll be patient here. We need that agent to do our next configuration, which is connecting that provider file to Informatica Cloud. Let's see if we're connected yet. There we go. Agent's up and running. We'll check it really quick. It is. It's active. Now we'll go in and connect it. Now our second connection is going to actually be the agent itself, which is the file that's on the protected resource internally, which is that VMware instance that I'm running. It's a file in the directory that you saw earlier. It's on the local computer where the agent is running. It's under C providers. That's it. And I'm going to connect that directory to the agent. That should be all set. I test it. Everything's good. That's okay. So we've got our two sources, our two connections set up. Let's set up a data sync, which is our final step here. We're going to call this, I think I already done this, Informatica to Salesforce. We're going to give it a description. For this operation here, we're going to just select insert And our source of this is going to be the file that's on the agent. The file is in that mpps.txt. As you can see down here, those are two doctors that are in there. So next, we're going to be syncing to Salesforce, which is our secondary connection, and we're going to sync to the object provider that we had created in Salesforce when we first started. Once that's selected, you can see the rows down there. And next, we're not doing any filtering. We're just going to do some mapping. You see MPI mapped itself, but we're going to map last name and first name to the provider name in the object. Hit next. We're not going to run it and schedule it. We're going to save it and close it. Now, right now, we're going to run it manually. So this is our actual data sync. This is dragging it from the agent into the Informatica Cloud and then up over to Salesforce. As soon as the sync is done, which it is, the job is complete. We should be able to go over to Salesforce and see our providers, and we do. Formatting is not good, but I think you get the idea. So that's a wrap. It took a little bit over 5 minutes as we're close, but as you can see that it's pretty powerful. This was just a file input. You can have several other type of connections, databases, directories, so forth. But here I'll reset my security token in case anybody wants to get cute, and thanks for watching.